Part two of a 5-part lesson about ungodly children. The first part talks about self-motivation. And this particular lesson will delve into worldly influences. People from the world that our children are listening to, penetrating their minds, their hearts, and their souls to act in a way of ungodliness, a sinful life, not following the Lord. The Lord wants us to follow Him and His ways, to be led in the direction for everlasting life. What is the greatest gift that you have provided to your children? It must be the way to Christ. It must lead to heaven for our children to know how important serving the Lord is, and how the Lord can protect us, can protect our children from the sin that leads to a permanent death. Paul wrote in the book of Titus, in chapter 2, verses 11 and 12, "For the grace of God has appeared that offers salvation to all people." This is what God did. He provided the plan for every soul. Don't you want your children to be part of God's plan? Not children that are behaving in unfaithfulness, untruthfulness, unrighteousness. It teaches us to say no to ungodliness. Our children should be pausing when it comes to things in this world, but they're going straight ahead and letting the world take them on a ride that would lead to a permanent and painful and everlasting destination that's not with the Lord. And worldly passions that we should be saying no to, our children should be walking away from, and to live self-controlled, upright, and godly lives. Parents need to strive more than just the things of this world. Parents want their children to have good jobs and be well taken care of and to prosper in this life. But the missing element that should be first and foremost are children that have the proper foundation and children that are following Jesus Christ, letting the Lord guide them to stay in the light and not live in a world that is full of darkness. In the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 22, the seed falling among the thorns refers to someone who hears the word. See, children can hear the word, but worries of this life and the deceitfulness of wealth choke the word, making it unfruitful. Children must put their lives back on the right journey in obedience. The world will die, and so will the souls that are following the world. It's time for children to look at the ways that they were raised and turn in the right direction for everlasting life. The time is right now to anchor your soul on the journey that leads to everlasting life.